All right, what is up, everybody? Courtney Morris, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy, here with Griffin J. He is our strength coach at Natural Wellness Physiotherapy. Today's the first day that people are able to kind of get back into the gyms and things like that. Griffin went out and did some deadlift early on, and he's got a little bit of this kind of just lower back stiffness and tightness and soreness. So we're going to kind of throw a quick action fix at him. We're going to do some myofascial cupping. These are these nice little silicone cups in through here. They're kind of nice because they give us like a little bit of suction in there. We can get some decompression, and that allows more blood flow to come in there. We get that fascia up in there. Sometimes people get like this compression of layers, and it's like this laminate, right? Is that, I know you're sitting on or you have these stiff, tight back, these back tissues, and they just like lay one on top of the other. And what we want to try to do is like use some negative pressure to allow a little bit of force to allow a bit of blood flow into those areas. This got pretty popular. I think Michael Phelps brought it to kind of the forefront in like 2016 when his whole arm and shoulder and everything's like that purple. It has these big purple dots in there. That's not really our goal, and that's not technically bruising. Bruising a lot of times comes from compression, right? As we're breaking blood vessels this way. This one comes from kind of pooling, like allowing blood flow to come to that area. Because that's what I need. Blood flow is what helps us with healing. So what we're going to do with Griffin, I'm going to let him lie on his stomach. Raise him up here in his lower back just a little bit. Some of these areas that are going to be the most sore. So we're going to drop these cups on here. I almost always, what I like about cupping is it allows me to do these things with some mobility involved, right? And so we're going to drop these cups on some of the sore muscles, these paraspinals in through there. We're going to put some added pull on through there. And so once that's on there, some of the other things that we can do is we can kind of mobilize and kind of work on those tissues. We're going to get these on here. And yeah, we're going to kind of work these for a moment or two. But then what we do is we start adding the movement component of this, and it can be, he's going down into like a Jefferson curl, into some flexion. We're going to let him, while he's here, if they'll stay on, we're going to let him kind of rock back into like child's pose. So coming back this way, really getting a nice curve and a bend on that back, and it's going to feel all this tight stretching. We've sucked up any of the additional slack in the system, and so now's a good time for us to do some of this thing. And so we can kind of go through here, and it doesn't take us very long. This is not a major game changer, but this will absolutely help us feel a little bit better after a stiff and tough day. But then it can also help us promote a little bit of healing as well too. Works great on nerve glides, down in the sciatica area, bicep area as well too. So we keep that on there for 90 seconds or so. Let him rock back 5 or 10 times. Go find a new spot. So that's what we're gonna work on today is, or that's going to end our kind of treatment series that we're throwing out this week. Next week, we're going to kind of talk about, we're going to start talking about the deadlift specifically, right? Griffin has impeccable deadlift technique, but I know not all of you do. And so if you don't, this series is going to help us break us down, make sure the setup is right, make sure the pull is right, and make sure lowering it back down is right. So until next time, Courtney Morris, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy.